Recording, excellent. We're going to go ahead and get started, and I hope we get some other people to join us, but it will be recorded. So this is my tribute to Earth Day. I actually had set it up to have an in-home for tonight, and just with the way things were going here with the visit today by the president, our traffic was absolutely unreal. So I'm blaming it on that. Everybody seems to blame everything on Washington anyway, so I'll blame it on that. But I thought I'd have a chance to reach out to more people by doing this on Zoom, and then it's something we can also use in the future too. So luckily we all know everybody, so we don't have to introduce each other. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, do my little PowerPoint that I put together. And let's see if this is going to work correctly. This is always the one that I wonder about. Can you see that?
I started screen sharing. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, start slideshow. Yes, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I think there's about a 2 or 3 second delay, but we'll see how this goes. As I said, I'm going to be doing this kind of tribute to Earth Day and to our environmentally responsible cleaning products. But this, of course, is everything that Shaklee has with our healthy foundations, our sports nutrition products, the solutions, our weight management, the youth products, and then what we're going to focus on tonight is the healthy home. Some of the people that I've been dealing with recently, and by the way, folks, our internet and TV are out down here right now. A boat ran into the line, so they are trying to fix it. So I'm actually running off my hotspot on my phone. So if something happens, that's why, because a thing just flashed up that said my internet was a little unstable. Which makes sense because I feel a little unstable right now with this.
I was gonna say.
Excuse me. But what I put on this particular slide, as you can see, because I've been working with some real estate agents and marketing our Get Clean kit to real estate agents as a great closing gift, because it really does have a lasting impact for them, a lot more than just, a nice bouquet of flowers. I wanted to put in here a few things too. My purpose is to help provide answers for the two most critical things that people deal with all the time, and that's the best possible health for their family and a financially safe and secure future. My vision, guys, I just came up with this today, so here it is. You're the first ones to see it. To build an organization of entrepreneurs that will help provide a healthier life and a more financially secure future for 100,000 families. That is my vision for my organization. My story, most of you know this, but since I'm practicing with this, you're going to hear it again, so deal with it. These are the things that I've dealt with over my life. Asthma, which got me on 20 years of prednisone, which caused weight gain, liver problems, cataracts, osteoporosis, pulmonary embolisms or emboli, bicep rupture in my right arm, and bilateral quadricep ruptures. All of these things were basically fixed either by surgeons and or by Shaklee products. Being on the Vivix finally got me off prednisone after 20 years. The surgeons took care of the cataracts and they fixed my biceps rupture and my quadriceps ruptures. The pulmonary emboli was taken care of in the hospital. The liver issues were taken care of by our DTX product. And the weight gain, I'm still working at it, but it's been coming along nicely over the years, but with our 180 products. And the osteoporosis, I just wanted to show you this if you haven't seen it. This was my scan from 2001. And as you can see, severe risk of fracture in my hips and my lower spine. So after a couple of years of heavy duty osteomatrix, joint health complex, vitamin D, and anything else I could find from Shaklee, my fracture risk became moderate. And by 2008, my fracture risk was low. And this is what the person who was reading it wrote on the top of this for me to check with my doctor. They said, keep the bone density is fine. Keep doing what you're doing. I had a bone scan last year. It's still a normal bone scan. I just haven't put it into the presentation yet. This was after the bilateral quadriceps ruptures. They basically reattached my legs at the knees. Had a lot of fun and a lot of stories about that, but I won't go into those right now. But 4 years later, I was up and about again, thanks to Shaklee and thanks to I did have a little tenacity on doing my own rehab for things because my insurance wouldn't pay for it. So anyway, since that surgery, most of you know this, I've gotten my certifications. My most recent is a corrective exercise specialist, and I'm a specialist in senior fitness training, fitness nutrition, a certified health coach, and a certified holistic health practitioner. Not sure what that means, but it's a nice thing on the wall. I've lost 50 pounds so far, still working my way down. Completed some 5 and 10Ks and a couple of half marathons, and I'm well on my way to a total 123-pound weight loss. I bring that up because part of that, oh yes, and at 66, I'm feeling better than I have in 20 years. Why I work with Shaklee? Because of the core quality, basically, of the company. That Shaklee wants to matter, and so do I. They want to make a difference, and so do I. And they want to be part of something greater than just their own company, and so do I. The philosophy is another reason. Of course, the Shaklee difference, the products are always safe, always work, and always green. And I love this. I got to update this one of these days with the proper number of metals. Now, I think it's like 137, maybe even 145 now, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 137.
But also one of the things that one of the other things I like to always remind people of is being beyond organic. And that sounds kind of weird, but it's the fact that, we test after a product is produced, not just before. And I think, Barb, weren't you telling the story about the lead contamination in the alfalfa, or somebody was the other day because of the...
Yeah, and the greens.
Yeah, because of the balls that were mixing the stuff.
That was a different one. Yeah.
Oh, it was a different one. But yeah, there was a lead coming out of the balls that were used to mix the stuff. So Shaklee, I guess, developed a different type of ball at their own expense. Gave that to the manufacturers so that there was no lead contamination in the finished product, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Of course, we all know about our the study. Words just went out of my head. Where's my mind works? Anyway, this thing here that showed the wonderful results from the test that Shaklee did, and this one was done 10 years ago, and as a result of that, the
Landmark study, is that what you're thinking?
Landmark, thank you. It's such a tough word in there to come up with. But as a result, our VitaStrip and our Vitalizer was created, so you can see all of these nutrients here that are in the Vitalizer, and I just love the way this slide works. And then it's all crammed into the VitaStrip.
Oh.
Did that come across to everybody? That one, sometimes it doesn't work. Did it work?
Yes.
Good, excellent. Okay, besides our nutritional products, of course, our sports nutrition product. This was from one Olympics back, but here are our 3 women that were part of the 2018 women's hockey team that won the gold medals. So it's kind of fun to have their pictures. Don't they look like just like little things? And if you remember watching, I mean, they were kicking it out there and doing some serious damage. I loved it. We also have, of course, our 180 products for healthy weight, this has been a godsend for me. Of course, our brand new youth products, and what was it? 2/3 of the women actually shifted their skin age to a younger decade. There's over 2,500 ingredients that Shaklee will not use in the youth products. Of course, AstroAid. We were asked to help provide a product so that the astronauts wouldn't pass out on re-entry. And AstroAid has been on every Every shuttle mission since, what was it, 1993, I think, that started.
So,
And of course, Mark Kelly. Yep, Mark Kelly took the vitalizer in space, and his brother Scott used our products for a year up in space. And yes, we were in 7 of Time Life's greatest adventures of all times, but the one I'm going to highlight is, of course, the fact that our products were used on Jacques Cousteau's research vessels, which leads us into our cleaning products. And we all know we definitely live in a very, very toxic world. 81,000 chemicals. I'm sure this is higher now. This slide is a few years old, but 90% of poisons occur at home. I mean, this is scary stuff when it comes to all the toxic chemicals that we are exposed to on a daily basis. 20 million Americans have asthma. I'm one of them. Look at this on the school kids. 1 out of every 13 has asthma. I'm skipping ahead to this because these are the things that we need to be careful of in our own homes. Products that contain sodium hydroxide. Very, very dangerous for kids, causes most of the caustic injuries to the esophagus in young kids. And look at some of the products that contain that chemical. Aquafresh for kids. Oil of Olay, skin product. Old Spice deodorant for men. Look at this one over here, Johnson's baby lotion. That's a little scary. Monoethanolamine, there we go. Linked to asthma, causes burns, harmful if inhaled, and look at some of the products that have that in it. A lot of the detergents and cleaning products, but especially this one, the Dreft, which is always marketed to mothers to wash the baby's clothes in. Hydrochloric acid, I think we've all heard of that. And look at the Febreze is one of the main ones that uses or has that in it. Sulfamic acid, again, toxic, corrosive, irritation to the GI tract. And look at the different products that uses it, especially this one, L'Oreal Excellence Cream. Butylcellulose, reproductive harm. Exposure for 15 minutes is 3 times the acute exposure limit. And Windex is one of the products. And this one surprised me, the Simple Green. Simple Green contains it. Lye or potassium hydroxide, obviously harmful. And look at the products. Pantene, Olay, cream, of course Cascade for dishes, even these gloves contain it. I'm sorry this slide is a little fuzzy, but whoops, come back, there it is. But this always cracks me up, you know, when you go into your hotel or you go into some place and they say, oh, you can't go in there, we just cleaned. Like there's something wrong with that. You think about that. And getting into more of what's affecting our children today, ADHD is on the rise. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, doubled in the past decade. And of course, the average number of times kids are sick per year is 7. But from 18,000 to 64,000 plus in the last, let's see, from 2003 to 2009. Autism spectrum disorders have increased 9,000% since 1980. And of course, the writing skills, I love these. This all ties into what we were just looking at there. And of course, this is from Doris Rapp's book, Is This Your Child? And these are the handwriting samples of children exposed to pine sol and Lysol, the top one here. And then when the cleaners are removed, the handwriting immediately improves. They didn't really believe that that was the case, so they reintroduced the other cleaning products, and you can see at the bottom what happened after that. This is one, I think this was Ashley, Ashley that wrote this. And this is when bleach was being used. You can see what happened with her writing here. When they switched to the basic G cleaner, this is 1 week later, This again is Ashley, and you can see the difference in her handwriting. Pretty dramatic. So we need to have a healthy home. And of course, our products are earth friendly. No phosphates, borates, nitrates, VOCs, all this stuff we've never tested on animals. I think it was Dr. Shaklee's quote that our products were safe enough to test on humans. To give you an idea of the not only affordability, but how economical the products are. If you just use one bottle of basic H2 to make Windex or make window cleaning product, you would be saving, $11,400 worth, and with no chemicals in it. And of course, here is our wonderful slide that shows that you could make all of these things with the Get Clean starter kit and save about $3,400 by doing it. I don't know if this is still the case, but at least during the last administration, I know that the White House they used our cleaning products. I'd like to find out if that's still the case. I hope it is. Pardon me?
In the vice president's place too.
That's right, vice president's residence, exactly. Of course, they were an Oprah favorite. And this is what happens when someone purchases and uses a Get Clean starter kit. 108 pounds of packaging waste is eliminated from the landfills, 248 pounds of greenhouse gas, and the environmental equivalent of planting 10 trees. Now, I like this slide because it also ties into the geometric effect of our business plan too. So we just saw what one kit can do, but look what happens when 12 families use the Get Clean kit. 120 trees, enough gas saved to power school buses for over 900 miles. All of the waste that's eliminated in the greenhouse gases. And look what happens when 100,000 families decide to get clean. It's pretty incredible how fast it can grow. So of course, our company built on trust with our founder, Dr. Shaklee, and our owner, Roger Barnett. This is the corporate headquarters in Pleasanton. I've been fortunate enough to visit there a few times. It's an amazing, absolutely amazing place. Some of our environmental stewardship, there's a lot of things that Shaklee has done over the years, but this is one right now that's very important, which is the fact that Basic H was the first official Earth Day product. And also, in addition to all this, Shaklee was the first company to ever become climate neutral certified to have a net zero impact on global warming. And I'm putting this picture up again because look at the size of the headquarters of Shaklee. So think about the fact that all of the energy used in there are offset programs so that there's no carbon emissions into the atmosphere, that we have the zero negative impact on the atmosphere. And if I'm not mistaken, it's not just the headquarters. It's when we have conferences and things like that, all the impact that we're going to have is offset with different programs. So pretty amazing that they will do that. And again, our starter kit is $99 for members, and there's free shipping until April 30th. And in addition, for every kit sold, Shaklee will plant a tree in your honor. Of course, our 100% guarantee for any of the products. And for all the people on this call who might need them, I also do in-home conversations with people on nutrition, on our detox, on our youth skincare products, or the 180 weight management products, or the one we just saw, the Healthy Home, or Healthy Finances, or any of the ones above. And my contact information, and now, oh, yes, repeating what my vision is because of what we just saw there, to build my organization of entrepreneurs that will help provide a healthier life and more financial secure future for 100,000 families. And now, I'll make it disappear.
Yeah, so
Here
we
we
can
go.
laugh
Let
about
me-
that. This is great.
Let me figure out how to get out of this now.
Stop sharing.
And show and stop share. Good. Okay, now I'm going to try. I'm only going to do a couple of the little magic tricks because it's too tricky with this. But I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And the first one I'm going to do is with a mirror, and nice clean to start with. Now, this is not really my shade of red, but I think it demonstrates. Okay, so we're going to let me put a little of that on there, and a little. This is our 1 to 2 drops of basic H2 in 16 ounces of water. So one little spritz on there, and I already tore off some. There they are. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can, how fast we can get that off of there. What do you think?
Perfect. Perfect.
And it really is. There it is. Okay. That's one. Now this is the one I really get a kick out of. Oh, and by the way, just in case you're thinking, well, maybe he really made this stronger or whatever, for this demonstration, would you do this with Windex?
Oh, dang.
That's good. Like that's
Now,
like the scour off.
I know. Don't try this at home, but one of those times, do not attempt. But I mean, why not? Okay, now the one I really enjoy this one. Where's my thing of water? Okay, nice clear water. Can we all agree this is clear water? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Now I'm trying to not spill this all over my laptop as I'm doing this. I know a lot of times we do this with iodine, but I'm using betadine because we have a lot of. This is a generic version, but it's a povidone iodine solution, which is betadine. We have a lot of people that we know that are in the medical field, and they deal with betadine all the time. Nobody uses iodine that much anymore. So I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to give a nice, oh, good Lord. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this looks like a nice Merlot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Stir that puppy up a little bit. Now, I'm getting some of the Nature Bright. I have no idea how much to use in this now, but basically I'm just doing kind of a little pinch. Can you see it going in? Just a little pinch. Let's see if that's enough.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I can see it lightning.
There, it's working.
Oh, my.
Had me worried there for a minute.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was good. That little pinch was going to do it. Wow.
Yay.
Hey.
Whoa.
And,
Shaklee.
okay, I'm going to hold it up because it'll actually get clear in a second as soon as the stuff, the bubbles come down a little bit. So anyway, it's just to show you how effective just a little bit of our products are. You can see it kind of getting clear from the bottom up. Here's the bubbles dissolve. So that is those are the only magic tricks that I'm doing tonight. When I get an assistant, I'll be able to do more. But so who has questions?
I have a suggestion.
Oh, all right. What?
Well, you got to showcase Basic G.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
you
wondering
get
if you're going to do the
yourself a
He
flame.
wants me to catch a roach,
jar. Yes, you get a
put
jar.
it in my hand.
Put a fly in there, and then you just a spritz of Basic G, and in 20 seconds it's gone. Actually, it's dead. It's not gone.
I was going to say, does it disappear like the?
No,
Like the betadine.
no.
Are you gonna drink that?
Yeah, I was wondering
this one,
the same
no.
thing, Ray.
See how it's getting clear? See how it's clearing up completely underneath there?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I haven't heard of that other Basic G thing except for the spraying of Lysol on something and then putting it out with basic G.
Yeah, I don't even do that outside anymore because just the smell
The
just
smell is so bad.
kills me.
Yeah.
But it's very effective. You know, spray a little on a pillow or something and light it, and up it goes. And then use the basic G to put it out. It's great.
Mm.
So, well, that's
Wait.
my
You spray it on a pillow?
No.
well, or a towel or something like that. It's so many
I
times
use
that.
a metal pie pan.
Oh, okay.
That's
But,
safer, I think.
Well, yeah, I do it sometimes like on an old terry cloth towel, just to get the image, because a lot of people spray this on their kids' pillows and stuff to kill germs. So I kind of use that as a little image and then light it. And of course, it looks like bananas flambe going on there. And then
Do you know what comment? Years ago, we had a number of fire captains who were in our group, and I used to do the basic G demo where I'd hold out a match, and I'd spray out of the aerosol, and it'd shoot. And they said, "Oh, please don't do that because if it backed up and blew up in your face." But what they said was when they'd come up to a fire, and aerosols like Lysol had been used, say in bathrooms, that unusual things burned. Like porcelain tubs and sinks, things that aren't supposed to catch on fire because of the residues of that product that were on there. And they said they could always tell by the intensity of the fire whether or not that kind of thing had been used.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for sharing that, Barb.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
I
amazing.
used to spray the kids' crib, all that stuff. I didn't
used
know
to
any
all
better.
our pillows, the kids' pillows,
Mm.
everything. I thought I was being such a good mom.
Yep.
Ah.
And that's one of, to me, that's one of the,
What was that, Ray?
Rated on my pillow. That's why I am the way I am.
I was wondering if that was the reason our kids are whacked,
but it will get rid of the hair in your ears. One thing I noticed. So anyway, hi, Susan. I see the top of her head down there.
I do too.
Okay.
So anyway, that is my little tribute to Earth Day. I am welcoming comments and the critiques or whatever.
It's a great presentation, Dino.
Mhm.
I think
I
it was
like to
tremendous.
I like the Zoom. I like using this
Mhm.
as a way to get people from different areas involved with it. It's still not a match. It's still not it's still not better than being together with somebody, but I think it's as close as we can get.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
So-
great having a peanut gallery. It really is tremendous. Thank you.
The slideshow is great.
Yep.
Yeah. Very
Good.
good.
Did it seem to go together okay?
Yes.
And the segue and okay.
Yes. And your
It
story
started out, it was 110 slides to start with.
Your story
actually
is so.
what we saw tonight was still 65 slides.
Wow.
Whoa.
But it does go pretty quick as long as you're, when you're not dwelling on and reading forever on each one. But I took out a lot of further explanation about like each product line because we were focusing on the Get Clean, but did it include enough information about the other lines and about the business and the vision and everything to at least whet some appetites, do you think?
Yeah, that was really good. I like the vision part.
I like the vision part too, and I think that really keeping the focus on what the purpose was is very important. I probably would have taken out a few more slides about some of the other products just because the focus really was on Earth Day and that component. But that's
But I think this would be a wonderful presentation to use for anyone who's interested in the cleaning products, but it's not just on the other products. And I think how all of the nutrients went into the vitalizer strip, and to also mention that that's the same for the life strip, that those nutrients are in the life strip as well. And
I don't remember where I got those two slides. It was off of some corporate presentation, I think, but it's like I've I've copied them and used them for years because they're really effective.
I like the one too where you showed what 12 families would result in,
Yes.
and then what 100,000 would result in.
Yeah.
That or a million, whatever that was. I mean, that was really significant.
Good.
Really compelling.
And
I like the
again, trying to
composite.
tie it into the whole business thing too. With this
Mhm.
is how we reach a lot of people.
Yeah.
I like the details on the corporate climate things in the Jacques Cousteau, and so I hadn't seen that slide before. So there's some slides that you have in there that I'd like to have. So you want to pass
Yeah,
them?
there's some great slides, and it was a corporate presentation, and I'm trying to think of which one, but there's like 7 really excellent slides about the 7 time life things. I mean, really nice slides. And I don't know where half of them are right now, but
Okay.
Thank you. And timing was great. A half an hour for having the presentation, your compelling story, and then being able to do some magic tricks. I mean, this is just excellent. It's
And
a
of course,
half an
if
hour very well spent.
Anybody new that would be on, I would say to them, if they're interested in learning more, please get in touch with the person that invited you here, that kind of thing. So, hey, Susan.
This could be
You're muted,
part of a really good new member orientation too. Maybe just, move things around, or, to be able to demonstrate things when somebody's at a distance, or if you could gather a group together like that, because sometimes that's hard to do now because people aren't always right around you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great idea.
Okay, so there we are.
Great job, Dino.
Very
Thank
good.
you. And this is recorded. Let me go ahead and stop the recording.